Hi, we're Jed and Claire Wilmot, authors of Who's in the Driving Seat, and welcome to Chapter 5.
In Chapter 5 we look at what does a client-centred lesson look like. We start by looking at the active learning agreement, which is something that you want to go through with your learners before starting any course of lessons, and this is so that your pupil, your learner, understands the approach that you will be taking and, more importantly, accepts it and agrees to it.
We then spend the rest of the chapter talking about the sort of 5 steps that are involved in a driving lesson from start to finish. Step 1 being identifying the development goals, so working out your starting point, because what the pupil wants to do, there's a common misconception, isn't there, that a driving instructor says to the pupil, so what do you want to do today? And then the pupil says, I want to go on motorways today, or dual carriageways, and you go, yeah, alright then. That isn't necessarily what's going to happen, so it's about balancing the wants of the pupil with what they need to work on as well. So that's step 1. We talk about using SMART goals to work out the development goals.
Then we look at step 2, which is the prepare. So this is before you actually go into the main body of the lesson. Are you revisiting something with your pupil, and how much you need to ask and establish before you set out on that lesson, or whether you've explored something new and there might be need for a discussion prior to the lesson taking place, and where to do that discussion.
Yeah. So after you've done that, then it's all about agreeing responsibility. So we talk about the responsibility agreement. So how much help does the learner want from you? How much input are you going to expect from them? What are they responsible for, and what are you going to help them with? So it is important that the learner understands what's expected.
Then we look at step 4, which is the practice and self-evaluation, and we look at that it's still very, very important to deal with mistakes, and that the pupil learns from them and has a chance to self-analyse and establish a way of correcting those mistakes.
Just wait till the lorry goes past. Step 5, the final part of a lesson, is obviously the end of the lesson, where you do some reflection and debrief. So this is where you're going to encourage the people to self-reflect, to think about their own performance, what went well, what areas they could improve on, and also to set the goals for the next lesson. And we also give you a downloadable reflective log which you can print off and use in your own lessons with your own pupils. So enjoy Chapter 5.